Here's a must-see moment from a recent I Can Do It event, brought to you by Dr. Wayne Dyer and Alex Woodard, author of For the Sender.
I have another wonderful treat for you here tonight. There's a book that I read a while ago, and I've got it up here to give away a few. It's a book called For the Sender. I wrote a quote at the top of this book. It says, "This is a beautifully written book with a powerful message. I read it in one sitting and absolutely loved it." It is written by a man named Alex Woodard, who is a musician, a very fine musician who has worked with many Grammy-awarding musicians. And he had an idea. And the idea that he had was to take letters that people had sent and to write a song based on the letter. And the songs that he writes about are included, I think, in here, aren't they? Yes, there's a CD in there as well. While I was on this cruise that I was talking to you about earlier in Ephesus, my daughter Serena was with me, and she wrote me a letter. It was a beautiful letter, and I showed it to Reed, who's the president of CEO of Hay House. Well, Louise is the CEO of Hay House, but Reed is the president and the one who makes it work every day. So she wrote me this beautiful letter because she had accompanied me on this tour, and we were having this wonderful time and taking her to all these really beautiful places. And I showed it to Reed, and Reed sent it to Alex, and Alex wrote a song about that letter. And my daughter Skye, who many of you have heard me, she's never sang this song in public before. And Alex, can you come up? And Skye, can you come up? And Sage, can you come up? Come on out. Sage is going to read the letter for her sister. And come on out. This is Alex Woodard, the author of For the Sender. I really encourage you to get this book. But this is the letter that her sister wrote. Her sister isn't here, so she's reading it for her.
Okay. Dad, today I sat behind you in Ephesus, Turkey, while you gave a lecture to a few hundred people who had traveled from all over the world to hear you speak. I was overcome with emotion as I saw you standing there, fulfilling your dharma while touching the lives of so many. I know you as my father, but you have always been a teacher to me as well. You have taught me that the solutions to all of life's problems are inside of me, and that I only had to go within, be silent and present, and know that all is well. You never told me how to live or what to think or what to believe in. Instead, you showed me how to make each step a prayer and each word a word of love. You taught me about Rumi, St. Francis, Hafiz, Jesus, Buddha, Krishna, Muhammad, St. Germain, Neville, and so many others. You taught me to believe in magic and miracles, and you showed me how to be in awe of the awesome world that we live in. Since the time I was brought into this world, I knew that I was safe to be exactly as I was, and that whoever I was a perfect creation of God. You told me that I was God, and that it was God who looks out from behind my eyes. I learned that from you that I was the master of my own fate, the creator of my destiny. Of all the lessons I have learned, the thing that hit me hardest was when you said that I am God. Could I really be a spark of God, a perfect creation put here on earth with a purpose? You say this all the time, but I have always struggled with it, especially since school and society were telling me otherwise. I doubted myself, felt inferior, and worried that I needed to apologize to something for even contemplating this idea. I have felt unworthy, undeserved, and unsure. Although you gave me great tools, I still had to figure out how to use them on my own. Now I understand that God is love, God is beauty, and God is truth. You told me I came from an infinite space of perfection and that I will return to it one day too. Slowly, I am beginning to understand. People love you so much, and yet to me, you have always been Dad. You have drove me to school each morning, you taught me how to swim and ride a bike, you read me stories, and you came to all my plays. As I have grown, you have encouraged me to follow my dharma and go after whatever it is that excites me. You believe in me, Dad, and I love you so much for that. What do you say to someone that gave you life and then showed you how to live it? You say thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, Serena.
That's from Serena. Thank you, honey. Beautiful. Didn't stumble. And this is my daughter, Skye,
Hi, everyone.
who has been singing with me since she was, 7 or 8 years old? Was you the first time in Dallas?
Yeah.
And has her own CDs up here on the table I'll be passing out, and has sang on many of my PBS shows, is a personification of divine love.
First steps walking, first words talking, those times I don't recall. Every stage and every play, I know you were there for them all. And I know sometimes people thank you for God's gift you showed they had. But this time I want to thank you for this gift of being my dad. As I got older, dreams would smolder, you help bring back the fire that warmed my cold night. Through the firelight, my spark of God flew high. And I know sometimes people thank you for God's gift you showed they had. But this time I want to thank you for this gift of being my dad. I know as time goes by, you will be watching from my first steps to my last, but they won't be our last, 'cause we together walk forever now, from future into past. So I love that people thank you for God's gift you showed they had. I want to thank you. I want to thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I love you. I love you, Dad.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you, Alex, for this beautiful song.
This book, the For the Sender, has a CD of Alex's songs in it, and when I tell you this is one of the best read little books, best written little books I've ever read, and immediately wanted it to have it published. So Alex, just a great, great job. I think you'll all love it. For the Sender. I think it'll be a great big hit.
Join Dr. Wayne Dyer, Alex Woodard, and all of your favorite Hay House authors at an upcoming I Can Do It conference. To find an event near you, go to hayhouse.com/events.